Here we come, walking down the street. We get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Bump Monkey Mafia. I'm Frankie V, here with my broadcasting partner.
See, rather good guy.
And we're here with XWE's golden ticket holder, Bubba Sutton.
What's up, kinfolk?
Man, it's been a crazy month for you.
Heck yeah.
Just won that golden ticket at Haunted Havoc. First man in, last man out. I feel like I've said that a few times today.
Maybe.
But
Yeah, but
hey,
maybe.
What's it been like, man, this last month?
Ah, man, it's been crazy. I just been, first of all, had that, like you said, Royal Rumble match, first man in, last man out, and whew, that was so exhausting. I had to be carried out to the back.
Yeah.
I've seen that. You had quite the entourage carry you out there.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you did, man.
Buck for the cause ride. It was.
Man, I like those guys. It was that whole entrance, you coming out on a four-wheeler, ATV, that was pretty badass.
That was fun. You got no idea.
Yeah. Man, last month, the ending of that great night, like everything about that night was great.
It was awesome.
All of a sudden, out come Mert McMichaels and Chris Vell.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you got the Nadester, whatever, JT Money Too Short, whatever his name is this week. And Cody the Trophy. They turned their back on the fans in the locker room. What's that locker room been like since that last show?
It's been tense, let me tell you. 90% of the boys just can't wait to get their hands on these little 1%ers. Then, of course, we don't know who's going to choose what side and what's going on.
It's chaos.
It's pure chaos. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just like, you're basically one of the biggest fan favorites in XW. You really are. People love
Thank
you.
you.
People love Bubba.
They're your kinfolk. I mean, it's understandable,
Hey, I'm a common man. What can I say?
Well, you might have something that the 1% wants, and that's that briefcase, because you're basically control of the 1% because you're pretty much 90% guaranteed to win that title.
Oh, without a doubt.
No, I don't think Lance or Nate or
The icon.
The icon is behind me right now. But you never know. That guy's gonna have to be watching his back.
Oh, yeah. You got no idea. I'm just sitting back, watching his habits, learning all his weaknesses, and second he provides me that picture-perfect shot, I'm coming down and dropping him with the shotgun.
Yes. Can't wait for that.
Yeah. Man, that's got to suck for him because now it's just like he's got all these guys gunning for him. He thinks his boy's got his back, but you never know. Bub Sutton, you like to hunt. So when you find your prey.
Oh, it's, I spend 90% of my life sitting back in the woods hunting things exactly where they live without they knowing where I'm at. So, yeah, he needs to grow eyes in the back of his head and start checking every corner.
Well, brother, how long you been in the business? Gotta ask you that.
I've been going on a little over a year now. It's been a one heck of a year too, let me tell you.
You won the Battle Royal in a year. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
To achieve that in a year, that's amazing.
Won the Battle Royal. Had like 3 title shots too over this last year.
Woo.
2 of them against Flex Reed. I don't know if y'all know who he is.
We've
but,
Heard the name.
We've heard him and Blade had a couple run-ins together.
Oh yeah. But Blade's neither here nor there for me. So
So who trained you? Who kind of got you?
Billy Simmons is the one who trained me.
Yeah.
God rest his soul, because I know it took a lot of patience.
Yeah. Well, Billy deals with Aaron Helms quite a bit, so he's got to have some patience.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Helms is he's a whole nother story. I mean, boy thinks he's better than everybody, but
Yeah.
just wait till I get him in the ring.
Well, you have a big match tomorrow. You got Kuda. I don't know what the hell's going on in that guy's head.
He's one creepy.
Has a head.
I don't either.
Well, he carries that skull around with him everywhere, so maybe that's where he keeps his brains.
Skull
I
does
don't
more
know.
talking than he does.
I think so.
I wanted to do an interview with him, but he doesn't know any English, so I was like, guess
Nah.
not. Plus, he creeps the shit out of me, so I don't
Creeps
wanna.
the out of you. You should be in the ring with him when he's licking his lips at you, man. I mean, ugh.
That's what I do when I'm at a buffet. But
Oh man,
you guys, Haunted Havoc was crazy. Y'all packed the house. You actually had to turn people away. It's unfortunate. It's a good sign of business, but you know what's unfortunate. So for you to do that in that big of a crowd in y'all's biggest event of the year, spectacular.
Awesome.
It swells my heart a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. It kind of puts a sense of pride down in me.
It's a good moment. So I got to ask you, who would be your dream match? XWE, any other promotion? Who would Bubba Sutton? Who would he want to wrestle the most?
Any other? We talking current
You're
wrestlers
talking
or
current, past, whoever the hell's ever stepped foot in that ring.
Well, you might be able to tell just by looking at me, but Mick Foley's always been one of my favorites, and to be able to work him in a Hell in a Cell match, whew, that'd be a dream come true.
That'd be one I'd want to see.
You definitely need help after that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it'd be worth it. I mean, the man's a legend.
Bring them butt for cause riders.
So what point were you like, I want to do this? I want to be a wrestler. I want to get in the ring and
When did the bug bite you?
Yeah.
Well, you know, old Daddy used to sit me down every Monday night, and we'd flip back and forth between WWF and WCW, and I've been hooked ever since. I've been going all the way back watching Ric Flair and Steamboat.
Oh,
Those two go at it. Hogan and Andre the Giant. It's just, I've always been fascinated by the sport and always wanted to be a part of it.
It's always fun, man. I mean, you just never know what's going to happen in this.
What's been your favorite match, fan-wise? Like, you just watch it and enjoy it.
Whew. Gonna have to be Undertaker, Foley, Hell in a Cell. That's always my go-to favorite. Although I got to tell you, Charlotte and Sasha Banks put on one hell of a match this last.
They did.
Oh man, Banks' statement in the stair.
Oh, man. They beat the living hell out of each
They
other.
sure did.
Yeah, they did. They definitely showing everybody that women can hang with the men in this business.
I'd like to be the ref in that match.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Then again, I just like watching it home.
Oh man.
So we have a little category here on the podcast. It's called Foreign Object.
Foreign object.
So if you could use one foreign object,
Like of choice. Like this is what you always
Non-conventional.
use.
no steel chair, no kendo stick,
Yeah, no sledgehammer.
no sledgehammer.
Well, I'd have to go with my big river catfish pole.
Yes. I like that one.
Yeah. I
I've
can
heard
get
of pink axe, a 13-inch floppy wiener.
That's my choice.
13-inch floppy.
That was
wing.
Jerry Bostick's.
Oh well, that goes. that figures. Yeah, that man's a little off, and
That was mine.
I think he stole your idea.
I think he stole my idea. That's humiliating, though. Just think about it. You just got hit with a big wing.
yeah, it'd be hard to recover after that.
Think about this. You walk in that ring with that briefcase.
That hurts physically and emotionally.
Yeah. With a floppy wiener, and you hit the icon with it.
That almost sounds like a dream come true.
2,
I ain't
3.
gonna lie.
Hey,
There.
ball game over. You leave the man.
Slapjack.
Yeah, you leave the man with a floppy wiener and take his title. That's what you do.
Puts a whole new meaning to mushroom stamp. Let's just put it that way.
So, what do you watch a lot of WWE currently? Like the state of like WWE, ROH, TNA, any of that?
I watch WWE quite religiously,
Yeah?
actually.
You're a good man.
ROH, New Japan. Unfortunately, I don't get those channels.
Yeah.
So
I can't sit through a Raw.
I
Like,
can't
we've
sit through a
discussed
Raw.
it's
this.
getting
I can't.
harder and harder and harder. I mean, Vince McMahon really has no idea what to do with the talent he has on that roster.
I can watch SmackDown.
SmackDown's good. SmackDown's good, but
I get about an hour into Raw and I'm like, yeah, I got other shit to do.
well, let me ask you all a question then. What'd you think about that Lesnar Goldberg match?
I loved it.
Loved it?
Loved
Oh,
it.
come
It is,
on now.
Loved it.
I mean, I think the WWE pushed that match too much like a UFC fight.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like Brock Lesnar's stipulation.
Yeah, that's
Like, he
his
has to
old
have-
school.
Yeah. I guess I get that. They hyped it up so much, and then it lasted, what, a minute
You make me
26?
sit through a 4-hour pay-per-view for that.
Sounds like my sex life.
Yeah.
Woo, bottle of Windex, huh? 2 pumps and a squirt.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but But, brother, yeah, it's been a crazy month for you.
Man.
Crazy month for XW. So many questions that need to be answered tomorrow night at Seasons Beatings.
Oh, you ain't kidding there. I mean, we just don't know what's going to happen, and that's the most frustrating thing.
Yeah, we've been trying to get a hold of management so bad that I found Natester's Zynga account and sent him a message on that, maybe to see if he was there. But
The Icon has a Zynga account.
the Icon has a Zynga
Remember
account.
Zynga?
Wow.
Yeah, Zynga was pretty cool.
You know what's funny? I had a Zynga account when I first started wrestling.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
cow, that was 12 years ago.
Man, I can honestly say I ain't never had one. Of course, me and technology.
Yeah, technology's
Around.
it's all fun, but
So was that the biggest moment of your career, winning that golden ticket?
I gotta say it was. Yeah, I got a little emotional if you saw me in there in the ring a little bit.
that might have just been sweat, but because you've been in there for a while. But I was sweating just watching you.
There were quite a few
Cody
times
was
in that
mad.
match I didn't think I was gonna be able to hang in there, but
There's several times where like Bubba Sutton is still in this match. Holy cow!
I mean, just watch that match and so much chaos going on.
Oh.
And you forget who's still in the match.
yeah. You forget who might actually be on your side in the
Yeah,
match too. Is Royal Rumble like that, you got to team up with somebody.
There was a lot of talent in that match too.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of new
A
faces
lot of new
too.
faces, yeah.
Yeah, that creepy clown.
Yeah, the creepy clown Malico.
Yeah.
That guy just scares the jeebies out of me.
He licked my face, so you don't got to tell me about.
I don't know about that. You
Well, there
actually
was a difference. Like the bushwhackers used to lick faces.
Yeah. I mean, whatever Malico does to, I don't know, make him happy. I mean, that's kind of weird, but we've had Turnbuckle Tim try to lick our faces a couple times, but.
Dude, back off.
Well then,
But I mean,
that's,
you actually pinned a guy, Jermaine Johnson. He's a vet in Oklahoma. He's been
is.
around.
Yeah,
He's
man.
been around for a long time, and
That's a hell of a win, man. It really is.
just to get a pin and knowing it was him that I pinned, whew, sky's the limit for old
In the
Bubba.
match with XW's best, out of state's best. I mean, he had Malico. That guy done a lot of down in IWR.
Yeah.
Drake Gallo's been all over Oklahoma.
Had the truth in there.
Yeah, the truth.
Yeah,
Chandler, the
Chandler
truth.
Hoffman.
Kid's got a great future ahead of him.
Yeah, he does.
Man, that match.
I'm glad we just got to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And witness all that.
Well, shoot, I was glad you guys were there. I'm glad you're coming back.
Yeah.
Like I said, tomorrow I got your back,
Yeah,
boys.
tomorrow.
We're gonna
We
be
we
here.
gonna have you there
We're
for
here.
good.
Yeah. We're have been exchanging words all day with the elite.
Yeah. They
JT Money, I guess he thinks he's tall enough to stand up to us now. So.
That little dwarf. Shoot.
Yeah.
I said, look, it's one of the lollipop kids talking.
Sometimes I think Merrick McMichaels takes them to McDonald's. for
This
Happy
is
Meals.
exactly what it is, though. Lollipop King. I mean, you got the whole Wizard of Oz reject cast. I mean, you got McMichaels there, who's just some poor old fool who lost his way, thinks he has all the answers. You got the Truth, who's your cowardly lion. I mean, all he can do is talk. You can't fight. Of course, you got JT Money, who's a member of the Lollipop King. And then to top it all off, you got this clueless dolt in bright red shoes who's your fat, ugly Dorothy. I mean, it's literally the Wizard of Oz rejects.
Ah. And we are in Kansas.
Yeah.
That's right, that's right.
Where the hell did Yellow Brick Road go? I got to get home.
Oh man.
So, what's ahead for Bubba Sutton? I know you got that golden ticket,
Ooh. Sky's the limits from here, man. That's all I can say.
but man,
I'm going to hold that belt here sooner or later. So
Just
once
a
I
matter
get
of
it, I
time.
ain't letting it go.
don't let it go, man. We'd also love to see you down in Oklahoma sometime.
I'm working on it. I am working on it. To get down there, my country butt probably go over real nice down there.
Oh man, people love you down there. Of course, you can't not like someone named Bubba.
Yeah. He likes to shoot guns
Yeah,
Shoot gun.
and drink cold beer and spend time with his family.
Cold beer's one thing, but get a little home brew in there. That's my
Yeah.
favorite.
I got a buddy who lives in McAllister. He does some pretty good home brew, man.
Nice.
I feel bad because I'm making you drink Coors Light.
No, there ain't nothing wrong with some good old coolers.
It's basically
man.
water.
Still better than Keystone though. So
Yeah.
we're good there. I might have to get up and leave if you try to serve me Key.
What about Bush?
Yeah, but wow.
Bush is all right.
I
Pat's
do some
Blue's
You
all
got a six-pack
right.
of Lost Lake in the back of the truck. It's from high school.
Wow.
Let's get lost in the lake.
You want to go back to high school? I'm pretty sure I got a bottle of Mad Dog 2020 still stashed away somewhere.
Saving it for a perfect day like today.
Cody's partaking at Boone's Farm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Man, I thought that stuff was good. I had like 10 bottles taste like cherry Sprite. I guess it wasn't that good when I wake up for 4 days.
No. That's Hangover City right there. There ain't no doubt about that.
Man. So, yeah, I mean, XWE just continues to grow.
That's right.
It's
You're doing great things.
doing great things, building up. You guys have a great working relationship with IWR. That last show was off the hook. You're selling out.
I can't wait to see what's in store for 2017.
Yeah.
We going to take over Kansas.
Ooh.
There
I
ain't
think
no
you guys
doubt
already
about
done
that.
Yeah.
Who knows? We going to get big enough to where WWE starts sending scouts to us.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate goal for me, at least.
Bubba
You know.
Sutton may be in the Wyatt family one day. No, he's too good of a guy for that shit.
So, man, here's another question for you. Who would be your dream tag team partner?
My dream tag team partner.
Independently and, like, nickname-wise.
Well, I gotta tell you, I always wanted to hang out with good old Dick Murdoch, but he's pretty far up there in age. So,
That'd been a hell of a tag team back then.
Oh, yeah, it would have been.
heck yeah, I mean, him, Cody Rhodes.
Man.
Let's see, what's another good one I'd love to team with? I'm gonna have to say Braun Strowman, to be honest.
That'd be cool.
I think me and him could get along pretty well.
Man.
I feel like that.
Humongous.
He just scares
man.
the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, he's massive, but I bet you he's a teddy bear at
Oh, I
heart.
bet.
I'll find out.
I don't want to hug him. I mean, I bet the guy could drink.
Oh
Quite a
yeah.
bit.
Big as he is, I would imagine.
Yeah. Well, brother, tomorrow night, season's beatings, Bicentennial Center. You got Kuda. It's gonna be a great show.
Oh, great show, gonna be an awesome
It's
match.
gonna
I
be an
can't
awesome
wait.
Match.
We look forward to a Bubba Sutton W.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And I bet the next time we talk, you might be XWE champion.
Oh, and without a doubt.
So.
It's gonna happen, boys. It's gonna happen.
It's all due time. Love it. Thanks for being on with us, brother. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me
Thanks
on.
for having our backs as we get
That's
our jobs
it.
back.
Anytime, any place, fellas.
get 'em.
Anytime, any place.
All right, man. Until next time.
See you later, kinfolk.
We enjoyed it.
All right, guys. We will be right back. We will have on XWE superstar Fenris.
Fenris coming up, man. We chilling up here in Salina, Kansas, just doing our thing. You like to do your thing?
I like to do plenty of things.
I love things. Things are fun to do.
I like to come up to Salina and go eat it. What was it we just stayed
What
at?
was the the Coyote Run buffet?
Yeah.
We never got to go.
We never got to go, but we'll live. We'll
Tim,
live.
if you could do us a favor, call that place.
Yeah. See
Ask
the
them how much
buffet
it is.
Tim's on a budget when he goes to buffets. He doesn't like to spend more than $5.
Oh man, Tim couldn't make it, man. He has some family stuff we got to take care of. Every once in a while, we got to step away and do what's right for our family, and take a little week off, get some family time in, and we wish him well. And can't wait to have him back.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to have him back. We got the fourth member of the Mafia working today, but me and Frankie V rolling strong. We are now just joined by Fenris.
How you guys doing?
Pretty
What's
good,
up, brother? How are
man.
you?
How are you?
I'm doing great, but I'm getting better.
I'm better. Hey, it's always good to get better.
It is. It is.
I like to look at it like I get fatter. Like
I've started doing that actually.
Yeah?
I've run up 2 inches on my waist size in the last couple of months, and it's pretty upsetting actually. I've been the same size since high school, and
I take it as like a goal to get fat. Like
It's a lifestyle.
I finally got there.
Oh man, we know you've been out. You were out with an injury, and
Yeah.
you came back last month, haunted
Yeah.
havoc, and you looked good, man.
Thank you.
We couldn't tell that you've been out.
yeah, I mean, I saw that music hit. You brought out with the bike. Natester and Blade especially looked like he might have pooped his pants.
He probably did.
Yeah, and
I did.
I did too. I put my pants a bunch that night. To be honest, the ending of that show though was just ridiculous.
Oh, and
Man, I don't know what.
I don't know.
I've never been quite as disappointed as I was that night.
We're speechless.
I mean,
I didn't. For once in my life, I didn't know what to do. I was just standing there watching.
it's like what?
That's what we did.
It's like at first, what can you do? You know?
I don't know who these dudes are.
Yeah, I'm just like Merrick McMichaels. I mean, apparently he's the best wrestling manager in all of wrestling history. And Chris Vell, I mean, they walk out, and you're like, yeah, the Natester's about to give it to him. Then all of a sudden,
No go.
no go. Natester breaks my heart. I go on a drinking binge, and I just don't know what to do. But so, how long have you been in the business, brother?
Honestly, almost 2 years.
2
year and a
years?
half-ish.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Cool deal. Who got you in it? What made you kind of think this
Actually,
was what I wanted
one
to
of the
do?
guys on our roster is a really close friend of mine, and we work together, things like that. And the first time he came up to me, he said this was back in late 2015, and he was saying, "Hey man, we're getting this wrestling thing getting together. You know, XWE wrestling, gonna start doing shows at the Buy Center. Do you want to join us?" And I said, "Dude, I'm 34 years old. Get the hell away from me with that crap. I'm not gonna start professional wrestling in Salina, Kansas, at 34 years old. It wasn't gonna happen." And then XWE did their first show at the Buy Center, Awakening. And so I had seen some of the videos they put on some of their production quality. And I got to thinking maybe there was something to this. And so I went after Awakening. I wasn't able to go. But I went after the show and met up with a bunch of the guys in management at their hangout at the time here in Salina and got to know some of them. And they've told me the first thing that they thought was, here's this 30-some-year-old man in a leather jacket. You know, we'll let him train and see where he goes. And I showed up to practice, did good, showed up more and more and more and more, and here I am.
And you've turned out to be one of the biggest superstars in XWE.
Well, thank you.
Fan favorite. I mean, when you came on that screen at Haunted Havoc, it basically said, "Hey, I'm back."
Yeah.
People lost their stuff. They
Oh,
were
yeah.
like, it's time, you know.
Crowd went wild.
Oh, yeah.
And now with all these questions going on with the Elite, people are turning to you because they know you're pretty much the veteran of that locker room.
Yep.
You're one of the fan favorites to maybe defend the XWE fans.
Well, that's my goal. Certainly is my goal. That along with putting certain people in their place.
Yes.
That comes with the territory, though.
I don't know. It's just, the whole thing baffles me. It's like, I know those guys have some history. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what fans think. Like, I know how we feel just being commentators.
Fans were
but
pissed.
They were
yeah.
pissed. They were throwing stuff.
That was the first time in any wrestling that I've watched that I saw things getting thrown into the ring.
Oh man, they were hot.
And I, mean,
I wish a couple of them would have hit some people, but
Yeah.
we'll leave that out there.
Man, I'll tell you what, it was an excellent show,
Oh yeah.
and then the ending wasn't so excellent.
No.
No, but those things happen. You can't always have a rainbow at the end of everything
Yeah, I
in
mean,
life. It doesn't.
besides the ending of that show, you had such a phenomenal show.
Oh, loved every bit of it.
You had such a showcase of talent in that Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Your in-ring return.
Yep.
You had Jimmy the Funk Armstrong. That kid always looks good going against Too Short, JT Money, whatever his
Yep.
name is this week.
You got screwed out of that win.
Yeah, I mean, and then Bubba Sutton. I mean,
Mhm.
that guy.
Wow.
Just got done finishing up with him. You don't see that in wrestling. You don't see a guy. I mean, we've seen it, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
Guy
Yeah, you go
walks
the
in
whole
first,
length of
walks
the
out
Rumble.
last. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a rare thing. He is a rare talent. He started with us as a ref, and I was a little rough on him back when he first started. I came in on the wrong side of the fence with the XWE fans, but we learned to respect each other and get things done that way. Bubba Sutton, he surprised a lot of us. He really did. He came in mad saying he wanted a match, and we are like, okay, whatever, go in the ring and get thrown around for a while, and
Yeah.
he performed pretty well. He did pretty good, and then came out at the next show and had a match, and I believe he won that one. So people started looking at him in a little different light.
Yeah.
The striped shirt didn't fit on him after that anymore.
And he's become a fan favorite as well.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's been fighting for our jobs. And Had a little. Oh gosh.
It's nice to have people like that in your corner.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So outside of XWE local stuff, did you keep up with like WWE stuff
I
like that?
did until I was about 12. And, you know, we at an award ceremony last year that we had, somebody made a comment that rang true for most wrestling fans. It's at some point in your life, you feel like it's not okay to watch it anymore, like you've outgrown it. And that's simply not the case. That's not the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I hadn't watched wrestling for years, not since, oh, hell, I don't even think Goldberg was real big in the industry yet when I stopped watching it. It was the Ultimate Warrior, the original Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, you know, when they were really big. That was when I was watching it. And I got out of it for a while, and I'd never in a million years dreamed that I would be a part of a wrestling group. That was something I never expected to happen. But, you know, I started watching it again, and it's amazing to see the transformation in my own home, because I've got 7 kids at home. And when I started wrestling, before I started wrestling, wrestling wasn't a thing in my house. Nobody watched it. Nobody played video games. It just wasn't there. It was missing from our lives. As soon as I started wrestling, now 2K16 or 17 is on every day.
Yes.
We're watching every WWE pay-per-view. My matches and other XWE guys' matches on YouTube are on 24/7. It's wrestling. You can't get away from wrestling in my house now. It's amazing to see the transformation, and it's something that I'd forgotten how happy that industry can make people.
Oh yeah. And like I said, I can't sit through a Raw. It just don't hold my attention.
It's I would rather watch XWE matches. I would rather watch other independent federations matches.
Dude, we watch a lot of independent on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, it's like football. You guys may be football fans. I'm not a big football fan, but I would much rather watch college football than professional football. Because professional football, they're making their money. They're already there.
Yeah.
College football, they're trying to get there, so they're pulling out all the stops. They're doing everything they can, and that's what independent wrestling is. That's what XWE is. You got guys that have this dream of being on the grand stage at some point in a much larger company, or depending on XWE, wherever they go in the future. But, you know, they have that goal, so they're pulling out all the stops. They're trying new things. They're trying to be original, trying to be something that catches people's attention. And that's what I like to see in the independent federations.
Yes.
It's people really pushing to try and get there. Where WWE, it's like, well, they're already there. You know, they put on great matches. They are the professionals. You know, the professionals, but...
And the independent scene is so hot right now, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you look at it 10 years ago, I mean, there wasn't much of an independent scene. I mean, there were promotions. There was people that didn't have much talent.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like, people want to go to a show and see good entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
And 9 out of 10 indie shows you go to is going to be that. Like, we were at Haunted Havoc. That was our first XW show. We'd seen some stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Religiously watched it this last month. I've been to many of WWE things in my life. Way better than any WWE product I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Best indie show that I've probably ever been to.
And we get things.
And that's crazy. In one show, you see that.
Yeah, we try not to get arrogant about that, but we hear that a lot, actually. And it's interesting, especially, well, it is an amazing thing. But you think about fans that come for the first time. You know, you go and talk to people like that I work with where I work, and, you know, just other people around town. Hey, you know, come see XWE Wrestling. People that have never heard about it, people that have never been to a show. And they're thinking the same thing I was thinking when I was first asked to join. It's professional wrestling in Salina, Kansas. How good could it possibly be? And then they come. And 100% of the time, when we get feedback back from those people, it's the show was amazing.
Yep.
It's so much more than we expected. The production quality is off the charts. It's something you don't even see in independent wrestling very much. And, you know, the talent, the wrestlers that we've got, it's something beyond what they had expected it to be.
XWE is like a drunk waiting for their welfare check.
Yeah.
They're going to get it one day, spend it all, and they got to wait a month for another one.
Exactly.
That's pretty much what it is.
Just like going back to WWE, I went through this cycle when I first got in the business. It was 2006, 2007. I stopped watching it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of guys I talk to that are in the business. They don't watch it. They fell out of it.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't watch it because I just. And then, you know, come full circle, I started watching it again. And now I'm kind of falling out of it again. It goes through cycles. And
well, you go on the independent scene and you see all this stuff. I mean, you're going to enjoy that more than you'll ever enjoy the WWE.
I mean, you just get a much more personal experience when you come to one of these shows, because you get to talk to the guys, you get to get the autographs, and you get to mingle with the talent.
I mean, it's like tomorrow night, you guys pretty much are going head-to-head against TLC.
Mm-hmm.
And for $8, you can come see up-close, personal, family-friendly action.
Exactly.
For a great show with great matches and great stuff going on. Or you can watch at home on your TV mediocre wrestling.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
I've never liked sitting at home watching something as opposed to going to an event. A live event you can't explain the difference between seeing something on your TV with a beer in your hand and on your couch and being there. You get emotionally involved, and that's the entire wrestling entertainment thing. It's 100% of what it is. It's getting your audience emotionally involved. It's like you watch MMA, mixed martial arts. They're fun to watch. 9 times out of 10, most people don't care. They're just watching people get crap kicked out of them.
That's it.
I don't care who you are. They won't remember who you are.
And they have to train for years to do it, but it's a completely different aspect. You watch wrestling where the goal is to get your audience emotionally involved. The goal is to make people care what happens. You're not just sitting there watching a couple guys throw each other around. You want the babyface to beat the hell out of the heel.
Yeah.
You want
You're
that to
pulling
happen.
for that good guy.
Yeah. And when it doesn't happen, you're mad. You don't know why. You don't know these guys, but you're mad.
Pisses me off.
And then you come back and
Yeah.
you see more of it.
Mm-hmm. And that's 100% of the art of wrestling entertainment. It's being able to captivate an audience.
That's
more
why-
than any other live entertainment.
Why we definitely think independent is hotter now than it's ever been.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For
I mean, you
sure.
pay, even if, say WWE becomes a Salina, right next door to where, XTB runs their shows.
Yeah.
You're going to pay $50 to go see probably the house show
Mm-hmm.
for someone you already know what's going to happen. Or you can walk a couple feet, pay $8 and see 10 times better wrestling, 10 times
Well, I
better
appreciate that.
storyline. And that's just the truth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like we're blowing smoke up anybody's butt when we say that. It's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it is with many indie promotions now. I mean,
Yeah.
And the thing that I like about XWE is that you have people that start an indie federation and it doesn't ever go anywhere. The egos are too big or they just can't get it off the ground. XWE's not like that.
No.
The production's out the roof.
I've never seen a more humble group of management individuals. I haven't. And people that are willing to get down on your level. And it's XWE, and it's shown through in our product, is family first. I mean, we've got 30-some people on our active roster. Family issues come up, and it's always family first. Everybody in XWE cares about each other's family and making sure things are taken care of. And that translates into the product that we present. It's family-friendly. Bring your kids. Bring your 3-year-old, because 99% of the time he's not going to hear a word that's offensive. It has come out a couple of times in a show.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you look at WWE and every other word is bitch, shit.
Yeah.
And they claim to be a PG group. But everything that XWE does is geared towards family or children. And it's trying to get that magic that we experienced watching. Well, me, it was WWF.
Yeah.
Growing
back in
up,
the day.
the Ultimate Warrior comes out and runs down to the ring.
Man.
You're on your feet as a 6-year-old, just cheering and screaming and going nuts. And we want that for the kids. We're trying, especially in this area where wrestling before XWE was kind of stagnant in Kansas.
You're real life superheroes.
Yes, we are.
It's amazing how these kids look up to you, and I don't know, you can't beat that feeling, man.
Oh, it's amazing, and I've never been one for an audience. I'm a solitaire. I like being in my house. I like relaxing. I like doing my own thing, and I've never enjoyed being in front of a bunch of people. But for some reason, doing professional wrestling with XWE has completely flipped that. Now I live for it, and I don't understand it. I'm never going to try to understand it. It's just one of those things in life that's, hey, here it is.
There's nothing like coming out from that curtain.
No.
And it's an amazing feeling.
Well, so much that needs to be answered tomorrow night. Season's beatings. It is going to be intense.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome. Tickets are almost sold out.
Oh, yeah. Ringside's gone.
Ringside's gone.
Now it's just general admission that's left. And
who knows how long that's going to stay.
yeah.
on,
Well,
so.
we sold it out the last time, and we're hoping we do the same thing here.
So we've got a couple
a couple segments on the show.
or staple questions we like to ask everybody on here.
Okay.
Who would your dream match be if you
My-
could wrestle anybody?
My dream match is also tied in with my dream move that I would like to take from a superstar. I would love to take the flying elbow from Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yes.
I would love to take that. I'm sorry that it's just like, you know, you look at Hulk Hogan. Terry Bollea does not exist anymore. He
That
is
dude's
Hulk
gone.
Hogan. Macho Man Randy Savage is the same way. That's all there is.
Yes.
And you're not going to find a more professional person in wrestling. I mean, he was an icon in my opinion, one of my favorites to watch.
So I think we're about the same age. I'm 34.
I'm 35.
Okay. So that, growing up as a kid, WrestleMania, what was it, 6? Hogan versus Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
That is like my all-time favorite. Like, dude, because growing up, like that was like, oh my god, like these are the two.
Yeah.
Like they were it, man. And
Oh,
it
yeah.
was- I just go back to that feeling, like when I was a kid and watching that, and you're just like,
They were titans that you were watching in the ring.
yes.
And
And
you-
I watched it the other day, actually about like a week ago, 2 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, man, these dudes didn't even do anything.
No,
Like
it's
I-
amazing to see it. Just last night I watched Ric Flair versus what the hell's his name? I just lost it. So it's an older match back in the late '70s.
Steamboat.
No, it's one of my favorites too. Rodney.
I think I'll start throwing names.
I even typed it in the search bar last night, but it was two guys, Ric Flair versus one of the biggest faces at the time, and it's really going to irritate the hell out of me that I can't remember it. And they didn't do anything in the ring. There was headlocks for 8 minutes of the match,
Yes.
and it's you look at the wrestling now, and in the industry we call them spot monkeys. It's just move after move after
Bump
move after
monkeys.
move after
Bump
move.
monkeys.
Yeah, bump monkeys. It's the same thing. You know, you can't figure out Dusty Rhodes. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. Dusty
I
Rhodes
was gonna
versus
say
Ric
that.
Flair. And you know, you watch their match, and the audience was captivated,
Yes.
and they took 6 bumps. I mean, they
That's-
really didn't do much, and it was amazing. And
You people eat it up.
yeah, you look at wrestling now, and most promotions think that they just have to do all these high intensity,
Yeah,
high
finisher
risk
after
moves
finisher, kick
over the
out.
ropes into the guardrail 5 times in every match.
No,
WWE's
man.
like that, you know. I mean, you've got to advance with the product, with the demand.
Yeah.
But you look at the way wrestling used to be, and people were just excited to see them in the ring. It was the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan are in the ring together.
Yeah.
That was the attraction. They
That was
didn't have
it.
to do a whole bunch of stuff. The
No.
attraction was these guys.
As long as
And-
they get them in there for 15, 20 minutes, they don't
Yeah.
care
Yeah.
what the hell they do as long as they're entertaining.
I mean, it's always
Yeah.
nice to see people going off the ropes, like the Cruiserweight Classic. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Entertaining.
they weren't captivating an audience.
I'll tell you what, when we first started getting into this, and what was it, August? We went down to the Mid-South show, and I've been to Mid-South in probably 8 years.
I mean, I've been, but you had them.
Well, these 2 guys, we didn't know who anybody was,
Mm-hmm.
and these 2 guys put on a wrestling clinic. Like technical headlock takeover.
Yep.
And we ate it up. Like, we were like, holy cow, because it's not something you see all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody's used to doing all these big spots. And these guys were like to the mat, few high spots. I was like, I'm sold, dude. This was absolutely the best thing I've ever seen.
Something that actually the last Saturday Night Showdown that we had, it was me versus the Natester for well, it wasn't the last one we had, but we were going after the golden ticket. It was Natester and Fenris head to head for the golden ticket. In the first 8 minutes of that match, we were locked in a test of strength.
That's
It
sounds
was
like that Hogan match.
hands were locked. We did not
Yes.
break, and we were throwing shoulders at each other. I even ran my head into his gut at one point. We're kicking each other. I'm choking him through my arms. It was this tangled mess of arms and legs. Most of the thing that we were doing, but we stayed locked in a test of
Eat it
strength
up,
because
man.
neither of us were giving up. We went out of the ring. We attacked Blade because he was sitting ringside. We threw each other into the walls. Made our way back to the ring. It was
No,
an amazing thing to see.
I think that's a testament to how well received y'all are.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, some people, that wouldn't have flown.
No.
Like crowd have been like, yeah, I'm done
No.
with this.
Even some of the other guys within XWE were like, "Oh, this is stupid. I hate watching this," but the audience was loving it, so it really doesn't matter what you think.
That's the
Yeah.
truth, man.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
for
after-
those people in them seats.
After that 8-minute test of strength was when the wrestling match started. That was when we actually got started hurting each other real bad.
That's what. I watched that Hogan match. I was like, it's been like 12 minutes. Like they haven't done anything.
What was it, Cesaro that held a headlock on someone for like 10 minutes a few years ago? And that was all they did. They'd get up, go right back to the headlock. Get up, go right back to the headlock. That's all it was. And it's interesting to see because you get involved.
Yes.
You know, you see people doing a bunch of moves off the ropes. The Cruiserweight Classic, like I mentioned, it was an amazing thing to watch, but you don't have time to process it. You don't have time to care.
Yeah, that story.
You have time to be like, well, that was a cool move.
Yeah.
That's as far as it
exactly
goes.
Tim would call me. He's like, dude, did you see this spot in this match? And I'm like, no, let me go check it out. And I would fast forward to see what he was saying.
Because the rest of it wasn't interesting.
I was like, where's the
But
story at, man?
you watch somebody that is actually able to tell a story in a match and get people to be like, I want this guy to beat the hell out of the other guy because I hate the other guy.
Exactly.
You know, that's a feeling that you don't get in other industries, and it's a rare thing in some of the larger wrestling federations too.
Oh, yeah.
They think that you got to go out and do a whole bunch of moves, and that's not the case.
If you're good at what you do, you could go out there and not do nothing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I see people do it all the time.
I've seen matches in independent wrestling where the guys have taken one bump each.
Look at James Ellsworth.
That's it. Yeah,
That guy
exactly.
That guy don't do
exactly.
anything.
How many people love James Ellsworth?
People, I mean, they
He's-
sold out of shirts.
He's selling more merchandise than 90% of the WWE roster.
Holy cow.
And I'm sorry, he got handled by Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
That was how he got in.
He was the
just getting
first
tossed
jobber
around.
in like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
Granted,
that's
I would love to get in the ring and get handled by Braun Strowman. That'd be amazing.
That's what I was talking to a
I'd love
buddy
to
the
get
other
handled
day.
by any of the women.
Dude, there is that. There is that.
And my buddy was saying, he's like, hey, bottom line, because people are talking about Ellsworth. They're like, well, he don't do nothing. Blah, 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 this, that. He's like, bottom line, if WWE can make money with you, they're going to use you.
Yeah.
And that dude found his niche.
I think
and
it's
the rest
funny.
is history, man. Like,
I think it's funny hearing the people, he doesn't deserve to be there. I'm like, really? Because I haven't met anybody or like seen anyone in the WWE that didn't deserve to be there. They don't just let anybody into that
Yeah.
organization. I'm sorry. You
That's
know,
like,
if you make a few $1 million on T-shirt sales,
you're there.
you're there.
This is like Roman Reigns. Like people boo him and they're like, you can't wrestle. And he's like, I'm in the ring, aren't I?
Yeah, exactly.
Some people don't understand. Like you're here for a reason. Like they just didn't.
And it's independent wrestlers that are butthurt about it, and you're only butthurt because they didn't pick you.
Yeah, there's
Sorry.
a bunch of y'all out there. I mean, that's just how it is. It's just
Truth bomb.
Yeah, exactly. And I've always been the kind of person that really doesn't care what people think about what I say. If it's honesty, then I'm okay with it. Said James Ellsworth deserves to be there. That's the reason he's there. They gave him a role, and he did it better than anybody else did.
That's it. Play your
And-
part, man. That's all you can do.
And it's the aspect of giving back to the business.
So it's all about giving back, man. That's
You have to. We had a seminar early this summer with Bob Evans. Amazing man,
Bob's up.
Yeah.
amazing performer. I can't say enough good things about this guy. I can't. And to be in a seminar with him for 2 days, the amount of information that we were able to get from him, it was mind-boggling. You couldn't put a price on it. But you take the way that he looks at the independent scene, and he hears people say independent wrestling is dead.
yeah.
And it's absolutely not true. And he pushes the mentality of servitude.
Yeah.
If you want to work for a promotion, you show up with a group of guys that are working, and you help set up and tear down the ring. Don't ever go there and expect something.
Yeah.
And if you go there prepared to serve them and help them, in wrestling more than probably any other industry, it all comes back exponentially.
He had a post earlier today, speaking of the same thing you just said, is that it said something, there's like 387 indie promotions in North America. And people want to think that indie wrestling's dead.
Yeah.
It's more alive now than it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he is right. I mean, like we don't wrestle at all. We go to shows and do commentary and just kind of honestly we bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what it is. But I mean, we're
Yeah.
we're always the first ones there and last to leave.
Yep.
I mean,
We always help set up, tear down.
And you guys are giving the gift of exposure. You are to
Yeah.
independent wrestling. When you guys go to their event, it's a venue of exposure they didn't have before. It's the mentality of servitude.
And that's the thing is it takes everyone to put on a show. You
Yeah.
know, and to make that show click and work, I mean, everybody's got to give an effort.
There was a Facebook meme that I saw last year. It was a wrestling one. Had a picture. It said, "Everybody matters," and it was a picture of a referee shirt, a picture of an announcer's microphone, a picture of a wrestling ring. You know, there's so many things that go into a wrestling promotion that if one of them isn't there, it doesn't function. And people think, that certain roles aren't important. Are you kidding me? Every role in wrestling is crucial. You have to have it. It
Takes everyone doing their part. To,
a promotion can't exist missing a certain part of it.
I will tell you, don't have me ring the bell because
Yeah, we suck at ringing the bell.
I tried it at this last show. I rang my own bell and it didn't make the big dinging noise that I expected, so I was immediately disappointed with it.
I remember you walked right up and you were like,
I was hitting it, and then I started hitting it harder, and I finally threw it down. I was like, I'm done with this bell. I'm just going to go kick this guy's ass.
Dude, we did that, and I was like, this bell is broke. No, you can't ring it.
It's not loud.
Chris the Voice was like, if I can't get back to the bell, which Chris the Voice outplays any bell ever. Like, he's ready to fucking ring that bell.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, if you can't get there, and I'm like, I don't want to ring his bell.
That's Chris's
wanna
bell.
make him
Chris
mad.
likes that bell. That's Chris's bell.
He's like, be ready. And then I guess at one point I had to ring, and it sounded like terrible. He's like, you lost your
It's
ring
disappointing,
bell.
isn't it? That our bell is disappointing.
No,
Chris,
y'all's
just
bell's
know,
good.
you
It's
know,
just, I think Chris has like set it up to where if anyone else rings it, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
he rigged it.
He rings it, and it's great. Somebody else touches it, and it's like it's made of lead. All
I've
of a
seen
sudden. It
death
doesn't do
looks on
anything.
announcers' faces before, and like when I ring the bell, it was like, "Hey, get the hell out of Salina." So,
Don't touch my bell.
yep.
Get out of here.
Well, brother, we appreciate having you on, man.
Well, thank you very much.
We enjoyed it, man.
Yeah.
Look forward to seeing you guys at the show tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be
there.
fun, exciting,
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait
Always
to
is.
see what you got planned.
and a lot of questions that need to be answered.
That's it.
Well, I'm available whenever you guys want me to be.
That works.
All right. So, yeah, we'll see you at the show, man.
All right.
We enjoyed having you on. We'll have to have you back on next time we come
Yep,
back up.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, man.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.